Hello. So I wanted to come on. The past couple of days I've been doing really, really well. And I keep thinking, oh, I gotta go on and tell them about this. I gotta go on and tell them about that. And then today came along and I'm feeling not as good. And I think it has to do with journaling. I noticed that when I journal in the morning, my days are much better. Really, it sets my mind. You know what I mean? It sets it for the day. It focuses and as long as I'm being positive, it's a good thing. So that's something I am keeping going from now on because I didn't journal this morning or yesterday, and that's not good for me. I've been, so I mean, I guess that's really about it that I wanted to talk about. There's other energetic stuff that's been happening. That face is because like there's something pulling in the back of my skull, and I'm just trying to like loosen it up. But that's something I can probably talk about in a different video because I really just wanted to talk about how like, you know, there's this right now. It's like there's this push thing. Like on the one hand, I do a bunch of things that make me feel good, and I enjoy the way I feel. You know, like eating healthy, going for walks, exercising, sleeping at the right time, getting up at the right time, journaling, all makes me feel great. Sitting down, not doing my work, not exercising, eating terribly, the exact opposite of doing the stuff that makes me feel good is bad. It makes me feel bad, right? It makes me anxious. It makes me upset with myself. And yet that's what I gravitate to because it's comfortable. And I don't mean comfortable in the sense of like, oh, comfy. I mean like familiar, right? It's familiar. So, I'm going to ask you to hold me accountable to not do that. Well, just to practice the good habits that are going to get me to put me in a good place as opposed to going back to the bad habits that put me in a bad place. So let's all do that together, shall we? What are your bad habits? What are your good habits? What are the habits that you want to break? What are the habits that you want to form? What are the good habits that you have that make your life good? What are the bad habits that you have that makes your life bad? Yeah, so, I mean, if anybody wants to answer those questions, feel free. But I am grateful for being aware of my feelings and being aware of what's causing what, so that I can course correct and get back on track. I've also been spending a lot of time with the energy thing because it's kind of moved to a different space and it's really amazing. I'm going to have to do a different video about it, but it's taking up a lot of my time, which I suppose it shouldn't, but at the same time, I'm like, it's clearing things out and I feel so much better because there's so much more space inside of me because I'm clearing this shit out. Like, I've been clearing stuff out so much. Like my throat is so sore and I didn't even do anything to it. I just been like pulling the energy out of it. So interesting. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for coloring. Not that it really matters, but I've been coloring to chill myself out a bit. So the first one that I did was the best one that I did. And all the rest of them are kind of like, eh. Like the one I'm doing right now, not that you really care. So it's a picture and I colored and it's girl. I'm working on that. And then I did another one. I don't know if I generally just do the skin. I enjoy the shading. Like I just enjoy shading. Anyway, I enjoy shading faces and bodies. But yeah. I find that interesting. Anyway, so that's what I have to say. Focus on the good habits, focus on the good, and not ignore, but don't focus on the bad stuff, the bad habits, the bad stuff that's in the back of your head. Focus on the good stuff. Take your mind off anything negative and put it on something positive. Not to say that you're ignoring it, not to say that you're stuffing it down. We're not repressing it. We're just letting it be as it is. Be as you are, but I'm looking somewhere else. You can go be what you want to. You go do what you want to do over here. I'm going to look over here. So that's sort of how I'm doing it. And tomorrow I will wake up. I'm gonna go to bed right now. And tomorrow I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna wake up early, and it's gonna be lovely out, and I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna do my journal, I'm gonna do my yoga, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna meditate, and it's gonna be a great freaking day. Do some creative visualizations, go for a walk, do some exercise. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. And tonight's gonna be a great night. Right now is great. So I'm gonna remind you all that you can have a grateful night.